It's a lot to be a Black young person in the environmental movement, only because the spaces that I'm in and the organizations that I work with don't necessarily reflect me. My name is Isra Hirsi, and I'm a climate justice activist in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I want to change how climate activism is viewed today.
We are here because we can be, because the media focuses on some and not others.
People that look like me and people that are in low-income communities or are mostly impacted by this issue don't get to see their voices be heard, don't get to be represented in these movements. I'm always, or usually am, the only Black person in the room. It's harder to always advocate for diversity when that's the biggest thing that matters to me, but it isn't the biggest thing that matters to other people. People really don't take me seriously. I think people with privilege can do a lot to help others in the climate justice movement. First thing being taking a step back. Stepping back doesn't mean leaving or disassociating yourself from a group. It means like you letting others lead because they're fully capable of doing it themselves. It's really important to use your privilege to not necessarily educate other people, but give them the resources to educate themselves, and also helping them get the things that they need to live a sustainable life. I want to make sure that future generations get to live in the world that my parents got to live in, or even older generations got to live in before. And I want them to be able to breathe clean air and to be able to go outside, and also to have things like clean water and basic things you need to survive. First things first is seeing the Green New Deal resolution become an actual policy action that gets to be passed and becomes a real bill. I also think that things like getting rid of fossil fuels and 100% renewable energy electricity is really important so that we don't hit that mark in 2030 where we can't go back. There's so many young people across the world that are going to be impacted by this, and just because you don't have to deal with it doesn't mean you shouldn't care.